Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Spiritual Self Mastery. So, today I wanted to talk about a special subject. So, let's talk about milk. Let's talk about unpasteurized milk. So, I had an experience when I wanted to farm. Uh, so I spent basically, I was supposed to spend a day, but finally I gave them a hand for at least 2 days at the farm I went to visit my new friend I made. That I could potentially go and work for them at some point in the future once I decide to come back to the country. That's always an option. But as I was there, they produced daily with their cow, and they got a special cow that produces even more naturally, because different breeds, anyways, produces different rates, I guess. But basically, uh, I tried the unpasteurized milk for the very first time 2 days ago, and it was quite the experience, let me tell you. Okay, so the milk was so rich in nutrients and good bacteria and everything for me. Like as I was drinking it, like my body was literally thanking me. It was craving more. It was literally craving more. And usually I wouldn't like advocate necessarily for dairy products in general, but you know what? I don't know. Maybe it's part of my French heritage. I really love cheese, but yeah, it was quite the experience. Okay, so you know, the further I advanced in my own journey and changing health habits and everything, right? Um, I was trying to drift more and more away from dairy products because of the extra calcium and how having too much sometimes may not necessarily be good for the pineal gland inside the middle of the brain. But I guess if you do all the other tricks to take care of your third eye and everything, and you meditate, sun gaze maybe once in a while, do all sorts of different things. Well, you should probably be fine. And especially like what happens is that most products in our society is not good, is devoid of all of its nutrients because of you know the the purification process of anything, like is for sugar, for example, right? You start with cane sugar, then you got the brown sugar, and then you got the processed white sugar, which is super bad for you. Well, so the more it's processed, the more anything is processed, especially in Western society, most products are very processed and are devoid of nutrients, which is why a lot of people aren't absorbing all the necessary nutrients that they actually need, whatever the food they actually decide to eat. And that's why I believe, my personal belief, why there's more and more people that are having all sorts of issues, all sorts of disease that comes out of nowhere. They all lack the nutrients so the body can actually repair itself naturally. So when it comes to like unpasteurized milk, my view on it has completely changed. So I would definitely advocate to for people to go and drink some unpasteurized milk. At least try, the experience. And it's so much healthy for you if you compare to pasteurized, sorry. And now they have laws also to block people from selling their unpasteurized milk, which I find that quite unfortunate because it's filled with very healthy fats when it's not processed, not pasteurized yet. And my body was literally thanking me as I was drinking it, like literally, you got to listen also to the signs your body tells you. You know, if you do like an elimination diet and you start to eliminate more and more things in your diet, and then you start to introducing one thing at a time to kind of like know what works, what doesn't work with your body, because we all have different bodies, we all have different metabolisms. But yeah, from my from my experience the other day drinking it, maybe I drink too much because I tried their natural made with fresh unpasteurized milk ice cream. I also drank some warm milk, literally straight out of the cow. It was quite awesome. Okay, I just love the experience. I tried the fresh ice cream that they've made with maple syrup and vanilla flavored. no sugar. They removed all the processing stuff, and I really love their whole setup at the farm I visited, to be honest. But yeah, they got it all. They got it all. But yeah, it was very interesting. So unpasteurized milk, my friends, try it. Try it. It's quite the experience. If you drink too much, then sure you you might have too much protein, and then you might just fart all the time, which was the case yesterday for me. But yeah, it was quite the experience. So try unpasteurized milk. Try to find like a local farmer or something, and yeah, try it. And maybe ditch completely all of the pasteurized milk. Everything that they sell in store, it's crap. It's not good. Okay, so at least if you have like the natural, not processed one, well, it's going to be much healthier for your body. Of course, there's the argument, right? That okay, sure, it's the milk from a separate species. Understand that. It's not that 100% natural. I agree with you guys. But like our farmers have been living with, pasteurized milk for a while, and they're I guess the human DNA got used to it a little bit throughout time, but now everything is processed and everything is making people sick because people are devoid of nutrients. So always go unprocessed stuff. The more unprocessed, the least ingredients you have in things, always the better. And if it's not processed, if it's not refined, that's for anything, for sugar, for milk, for anything, well, it's probably not that good for you. So always try to always think about that whenever you go to the grocery store, or if you kind of grow your own fruits and vegetables and you start to barter with other people. That's kind of cool too. The farm I visited, right, they're trying to actually sell their milk. They're actually trying to sell their milk, but not they can't legally sell their milk. So at this point, because they need a special permit, and it's not legal for us to actually sell unpasteurized milk. You see how this system isn't meant for best benefit, right? They cut off all they try to cut off all the different roads that you can take to be more self-sustainable, and all the different process and steps for things to be totally unprocessed and be sold to people. Like they put a lot of efforts to cut that down, to force people, okay, to force people to buy things directly from the system. They want people to be more dependent on the system. So the more independent you become, the better it is. Let's say you like to eat eggs and drink milk. Well, there you go. Have your chickens, get your first cow, and start and start milking. Like just that one cow that my friend had at the farm I went to. Well, they have like 2.5 gallons of milk every single day. With that, you can make cream, you can make butter, you can make, you have your own milk, you can make your own ice cream. Everything is natural, not processed. So I believe this is definitely the way forward for anyone that decides to at least take steps forward to improve their health, right? Regardless of whatever diet you want to go, at least try to cut all the processed stuff. Cut all the processed stuff. It's unhealthy. It's not good for you. Not medical information, by the way. I'm no doctor. But from my own personal experience, all these unprocessed things, and I just see it in the people's faces. Like the friend I went to visit, right? They have a couple of young children and themselves too. Like they all look extremely healthy. That's because they're on to an all naturals diet. So the least processed, the better. The more natural, the better. And yeah, that's pretty much a message for today, my friends. So if you're interested, if you got a farmer around or whatever, you gotta try unpasteurized milk. You just gotta try it. It's just insanely good. Insanely good. The body just tells you. If you listen to your body and the science, you'll get a lot more in touch with your body and the cells that has their own intelligence that actually tries to send messages to you whenever they like something, whenever they don't like something. Anyways, my friends, have a beautiful day. Sending much love, much blessings, and stay blessed and stay unprocessed and unrefined.